upside down. Yeah. I picked the microphone so hard on that. I tried to lean back, but the power of collective soul.
Collective soul.
Welcome to the premiere post-grunge podcast.
I haven't listened to any Collective Soul in 15 years or something. I don't know, but
at least a decade.
Probably longer than that.
Probably longer than that. But I used to like Collective Soul, man.
I've definitely listened to Collective Soul way more recently than that, just because like it is on the radio sometimes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Serious radio.
Dude, I wore the shit out of that Collective Soul Shine album, like, a lot.
Hell yeah,
in my high
dude.
school
Some
days,
good
dude.
fucking riffs in that one,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I feel like now this is gonna age all of us, but like when we were younger, or at least in my experience, like, you know, when CDs were still a thing and people had big CD collections, like I'd go to my aunt's house or my cousin's house or whatever, and always like, you know, I was a music kid pretty young, and I'd always like want to look through their CDs, and you kind of develop over years of doing that, like what are the common trends. And it was like every time I went to somebody's house and like looked through their CDs, they had that Collective Soul album. And they had
Hoobastank?
Creed.
I'm Just a Girl.
No doubt.
No Doubts.
Back when Gwen was cool.
Was it Tragic Kingdom? Is that the
Yep.
album?
Tragic Kingdom
that's
is the
Everybody
No Doubt
had
album.
Everybody had Tragic Kingdom and Shine
because
by
it's a
Collective Soul.
great album.
Dude, I didn't have it. My older cousin had it, and so every time I went over to his house, I was jamming out. I had to jam out. I was like, "Can we listen to that No Doubt?"
It's so good.
It's
so
good.
I love No Doubt.
Yeah.
Doubt, no doubt.
Back when Gwen Stefani was cool.
There was a time.
Yeah,
There
now
was
she
a time.
sucks.
There was a good long chunk of time when No Doubt was still like a touring, active band, you know?
You know, y'all make fun of me sometimes because of my lack of music experience, and
Oh, we
I'm
make fun of
realizing
you all
you're
the
true.
time.
It's true. You
Do
know,
we?
I'm like, yeah,
I don't
Collective
feel like I
Soul.
ever make fun
awesome.
of Dustin
No,
for
we
his
don't.
lack of musical.
Well, just good-natured picking. You know,
I think we just
ribbing.
give you a little shit about it, you know, about not knowing stuff. But yeah, you should know that. You probably know the song, right?
Yeah. I mean, totally. Like, I know songs, but bands, I've never heard of that band. But then you play me like 5 songs, I'm like, yeah, I've heard those songs.
Yeah, I've heard every one of them. Right. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're like on the music nerd side of things. I mean, I learned the musicians' names in the bands that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to know their names. Because I want to refer to them in conversation by their name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and according to their skill and what impressed you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, you know, there's a spectrum of music appreciation, I,
so,
guess.
yeah.
You know, because you've always appreciated music, Dustin. You just
Yeah,
Right.
you love music.
Yeah.
you just don't have the archival knowledge that we do, which is in some ways a more pure way to take in music. You know,
It's more zen for sure.
yeah,
I'm so jaded.
yeah, it's like
Take
I
a
mean,
drag
honestly,
on a
the-
cigarette.
A lot of the music I listen to now, you know, besides Sarah Bareilles, I've gotten from y'all. You know,
yeah. Well,
some of
that's what we do.
the bands I love. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
y'all
well,
have
I
been
mean,
a
you
great
used to
influence in
go-
my life.
See our bands and go see bands that we, you know, were into that came around. That's a good way to get some experience, is just going to see bands that come through. Back
You know,
when
it
this
just occurred
town
to
had a
me.
good music scene.
I don't know
What
the names
occurred
of
to you?
any of the members of Collective Soul.
I don't either.
No
John
one
Roberts.
I mean,
That's just a name.
Google it.
John Robert. You said it very confidently, dude.
Let's see.
There's probably a John
Ed
Roberts in
and
there
Dean
somewhere.
Roland, okay,
Okay.
are I'm assuming the brothers.
The
There's
namesake
John
for my
Roberts.
Live and Let Fly character. Named it after the brothers of Collective Soul.
Shane Evans looks like he was a former drummer. They
Shane
had
Evans is from Mississippi, I believe.
That's your cousin?
it's not my cousin. No.
No,
Could be.
could be.
How do you know where he's from, dude? What? He's from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. That's what it is. Somebody I know was in high school band, and he was like a teacher for their band for a little while.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I wish I knew more details of that story. I don't.
Sorry, we can stop talking about the members of Collective Soul now,
You know, back to your point, Dustin, there was a point in time that I didn't know who Fish or Radiohead were. You know what I mean? Like, it's not too late for you, is what I'm saying.
And look at me now.
Yeah, look at me now. I annoy everybody.
Level of success
That's
in life
right.
that I've achieved.
I can annoy everybody with my passion
Directly
for both
as a
those
result
bands.
of getting into Fish and Radiohead.
I mean, without y'all, I mean, I wouldn't be a fan of Radiohead or Fish, and I've seen them both live, and they were fantastic. It's wonderful.
Nice.
I
What I'm trying to say is,
now
I thank
seen
you.
Radiohead and Fish live. I can say that.
Well done, gentlemen. I am proud of you guys.
Both shows, Adam, we were in the same audience, although we did not know it for the radio.
In Fish?
No,
Yeah,
at Fish. Obviously, I was standing right next to you. What do you mean?
What are you talking
He's talking about
man?
Radiohead.
At the Radiohead
right.
show. At the Radiohead show, Bonnaroo 06.
Yeah, right. You saw both of the Radioheads at Bonnaroo, is what you're saying, right?
No,
You
I
went
only
to-
saw Radiohead once, and it was at
Well, okay, so you said both shows, which is why
both
I
shows.
got confused.
Fish and Radiohead is what I was referring to.
He's seen each of them once.
Okay, well, moving right along.
Having seen Fish once was an unacceptable number. He had to move on.
No, I just still am confused by the initial statement, but that is quite all right.
Okay.
I don't want to expend any more brain cells on that. I want to raise my glass of mostly whiskey to the four of you for making it through the first book of this new adventure. Dustin, you're doing a great job on the main show. You're in the big leagues, and you're in here crushing the game with Gilderon. Doing support work that has yet been seen on this network. And so I really appreciate what you're doing here.
Thank you.
I take umbrage with that, but okay.
What?
Well, don't, Dolores.
There's been no. We've yet to see support work of this caliber on the whole network.
Well, yeah. In some ways, like he's really committed to the covering and hearing fire and positioning and all that kind of stuff.
It's Tia how likes you, but anyways.
Oh yeah, but you only support yourself.
Exactly. I was gonna do that.
I've supported many others.
Yeah.
Mantis. That's who Hestia provides covering fire and harrying fire for.
She cooks
it's a good
all of
play.
the party meals. Like she does. She supports her friends so much emotionally.
That's true.
That's ultimate support.
Ziva and all of the support.
Yeah, like
Ziva.
stam healing and
Yeah,
stuff.
Ziva. No, see, but Ziva was a. I don't want to spoil anything, but she was a complicated case. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
so anyway.
with the Hestia, she's not. The communalism alone is helping so
Like,
many
you're
other
stuck
people.
on this. I'm just trying to give Dustin props, all right? I'm not trying to diminish your role in the network here. I'm just trying to give Dustin some props.
I feel so big, and I hope you feel so small.
Anyway, here's to you
No, I love
fellas.
you.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
It's
Raise
been a
up this
while
hot
since
water.
I've done Whiskey GM, so we'll see how that goes tonight here. In the finale of book one. Did I ever tell you what this book was called? It's not that amazing, but did I ever tell you what it was
Book one?
called? Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
called
so.
The Perfect Storm.
Okay.
Has been.
Yeah. So there's that.
I don't remember that movie. Sorry.
I do. It was.
do. It's a good
I
movie.
loved the movie till the end, and then I got so pissed because I was so sad and like mad at the decisions that were made that led to the ending of that.
I
movie.
think that makes it a good movie.
Sure.
Probably isn't Mark Wahlberg in that?
It's Clooney,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Clooney?
Clooney and Wahlberg are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably some of Wahlberg's best work. You know,
I
God.
think he's underrated, bro.
Transformers 4 or 5 or
Yeah, a
6,
little bit.
whatever that
I
one
think he's
Man,
underrated. Like he's a better actor than I'm giving him credit for.
I don't. Maybe not you particularly, but in general, yeah.
Okay, how? Justify that.
I don't need to.
I just want
but-
to say for the Gen
He just
Z
plays
and
Mark
Gen Alpha,
Wahlberg.
listeners out there, I'm sorry that you don't know who Collective Soul is. You've never seen The Perfect Storm. You maybe know who George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg are. We're old. It just, we reminisce about the good old days sometimes.
I mean, this is.
If you don't know, Mark Wahlberg is he's a business owner that owns the chain restaurant franchise Wahlburgers. Yeah, that's what he's known for,
So he was great in The Departed. He was good in The Departed. He was good in The Italian Job. I loved him in Three Kings.
Was he? Yeah.
What about Marky Mark, though, dude? We're not even talking about his...
I can't comment to The Italian Job because I've seen it, but I had to have been 15,
I was pretty young, too, yeah.
And then I Heart Huckabees. Y'all seen that movie? That's a crazy-ass movie.
I can't even remember that one well.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about New Kids on the Block or Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I mean, we can if you want to. What's your favorite New Kids on the Block song?
That's just an entirely different conversation.
I don't think he's underrated as a musician. I'll go ahead and say that.
Okay, well, we can agree on that. No, he was great in The Departed. I'll give you that as an immediate, okay, he can do some talented stuff.
Three Kings too, right? That was really good.
Yeah,
movie.
that's a really good. I like Shooter.
I never saw Shooter.
I haven't seen Shooter.
Oh, Three Kings is great, dude.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
What about his role in the 1996 thriller Fear? Did you ever see that movie?
I've seen Fear.
That was
Fear?
Marky Mark.
I'm trying to remember
shit.
Fear. My brain immediately goes to Cape Fear.
No, that's
not
probably
that. It's not that.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of, was Cape Fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
that has
What about Boogie Nights, y'all? The
Boogie
schmeat on that
Nights.
motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, Fear's
no
Reese
takers on
Witherspoon, Mark Wahlberg.
But I think Boogie Nights is a good movie. I don't know if that's because of Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, it's not because of him, and he's the lead role in that movie.
It's not in spite of him, right?
Yeah, exactly. He did a good job in that movie. Now, he's been in a bunch of terrible movies.
Yeah, that's more what's on the forefront of my brain is all the dumb action movies where he's just Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
maybe kids know him from Transformers. Wasn't he in a Transformers movie or something?
He's in
well,
two,
this is why I think he's underrated, because the kids know him for the shitty movies and not the good movies.
He's got some range.
Oh, The Fighter. The Fighter was really good too.
Oh, forgot about that one. Yeah. I think we watched that one together.
Kids, what you need to take away from today's banter is go check out Collective Soul
and Marky Mark.
No doubt.
And the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, go get you a triple feature of Marky Mark movies. Any of the ones we suggested are acceptable.
So
and then
Boogie Nights.
Once you've seen him, I need you to then go back to your stereo and listen to New Kids on the Block and reconcile that this is all the same dude.
And then make sure you go and read his biography titled "Don't Call Me Marky Mark."
Triple threat.
Wow.
For real.
Oh, man. Excellent. You know what, listeners? We don't need your banter suggestions. We got this.
Yeah,
we can do one question, can't we?
Our quality Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, the quality.
Dude, just bringing the finest
geriatric millennial content.
Y'all remember Marky Mark?
Yeah, we're really digging deep.
I remember.
Oh man,
he was Sully in the Uncharted movie.
Yeah, well, he sullied his reputation with that one.
Got him.
Nailed it.
All right, let's wrap it up. We'll see you.
Dude, we can call it a day. We need to end on a high note right there.
We will not surpass
It's all downhill from there.
Let's go ahead and move into the game portion of the show.
Okay, begrudgingly, after that killer joke, Starfinder begins right now.
Right now. You guys killed the former captain and their lieutenants last episode as you continue to explore this Desnian Dream Station. Do you guys remember why you're here in the first place?
Well, they sent us dreams to come here, obviously.
Phil Collins.
Yeah, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins and whale polyps.
That's right. We had the signal of dreams that we detected,
correct.
and then it led us to the dream station,
Right.
which is the same station that was in our prophetic dreams that we had earlier.
Signal of Dreams sounds like a freaking Phil Collins album. Like, straight up.
Yes.
Could be.
Oh my God.
All right. Very good, Dustin. You passed the pop quiz, and I shall give you an inspiration for doing so.
Nice.
Oh, why thank you, sir.
Why don't you do me the big favor of rolling a d20?
I will do that. Physically. All right, that's a 10.
A 10. All right, this is from Just J-Rod.
Yo, what up?
He stepped
wait,
away.
Heath?
He missed it.
Heath?
He missed it.
Nobody
missed it.
tell him. Nobody tell him.
Nope.
Oh, he heard it. He still got the cans on.
My boy.
Yeah, came in with the light, my boy.
I had to run back to my chair.
Yeah. This is time for another Tokyo Drift Delvers.
Yes.
Really good car noise.
Thank you. We've been working on it. The most important thing will always be the
Family.
people in this room. That's it.
That's right.
That's it.
Family.
Yeah.
Family.
Okay. Good job, Dustin.
Thank you.
J-Rod, for the continuing dive into the Too Fast, Too Furious franchise.
Have y'all seen? I'm sorry, this just like struck me immediately. Have y'all seen the like YouTube short or whatever of the guy recreating every Fast and the Furious movie, and it's just in like 15-second snippets? And the first Fast and the Furious movie is like, yeah, so now that we launched over the moon and did all this, like we're back celebrating as a family. And then they're all at a barbecue, obviously, and he turns to one of them and it's like close up. He's like, hey, label out. And he makes him turn his Corona label so the camera can see it.
Wow.
Because we can't get the product placement in.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. That's the most important thing.
Yes.
Speaking of product placement, there is some gear on this captain that you
Dude,
might be
that was-
interested in.
That was
Nice.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Is it a
Look for
Corona
products.
laser pistol?
It is not a Corona laser pistol, although I wish it was at this point. No, it's two pretty good pieces of equipment. It's two necklaces. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
This dude was rolling deep with chains, much like our boy Dom.
It's a hemp necklace with a heart-shaped glass bead.
Well, one of them
And it's a rawhide like yin yang necklace.
Well, one of them definitely is a beaded necklace, and that is a recovery Aegis.
Okay.
And this is
Interesting.
Desnian.
Uh-huh.
But this music is far too intense for a loot drop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I must change it.
I'm
I
interested,
disagree.
though, in this.
It's good. I'm going to come back to it. That's a good track. But
So recovery Aegis.
yes, so what this does, this is Desnian. So the stone is set in a butterfly setting.
Okay.
This would count as a worn magic item. So if you remember, you can only have 3, I think, at a time. You can install it into your armor, and that would take the worn thing away, but it would count as an upgrade. Okay, so you can either wear it or
Put it in
as
an
an
upgrade slot. Okay.
While wearing this, you gain a +1 enhancement bonus to saving throws against effects you're already suffering. So, like diseases or poison. So, it's not against the initial check, but in the recovery check. This is why it's called a recovery Aegis, or Aegis, or Aegis, or Aegis.
It's Aegis.
It's
No,
Aegis.
it's you don't get to decide.
I say that because we've done this on the show before and looked up the proper pronunciation,
Yeah.
and it's Aegis.
Also, you can use this to stabilize without spending a resolve point, and then you can spend 1 resolve point to stay in the fight in the same round. However, if you do that, the jewel will crumble to dust and you will no longer have its powers. So that is a spend to get rid
So
of
no
it.
shit.
Yeah,
button.
it's a talisman from Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Sort
Yep.
of, but it does have powers that are static until you use it.
Right, but I'm saying that aspect is using it like a talisman.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so then the other one is an improvisation adornment. And this item is usually something worn or on or near the head. As I said, it's another necklace. This one's more of a choker style. And while wearing this item, if you fail a bluff, culture, diplomacy, intimidate, or sense motive check, as a reaction, you can re-roll the check and take the better result. This is a Mark 1, so you only get one re-roll. You can also re-roll a profession check, but we don't take professions in this game.
That should go to Subana because we're forcing
Yes.
her into being the face
Agreed.
of the party,
Once you benefit from the given improvisation adornment, you can benefit from a different one only after 24 hours have passed. So this is basically once per day, you can re-roll a social skill fail.
That's cool.
All right.
That's really
so
good.
we're going to give that to
Yeah, I
Sabana
would
because that makes the
gladly
most
take that.
sense, right?
Yeah.
Now, who wants that recovery one? Because that's good for everybody.
Yeah,
good for everybody.
I think either the frontliners probably.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's equally valuable for either one of us. You want to just roll off?
Roll off.
Yeah, let's just roll it off, man.
Oh, we're gonna do a
All right,
roll.
D20 on Foundry.
D20
All right, let's
on
get that intense
Foundry.
music back. Let's get that intense music back.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Shit's getting real. Hold on.
Important.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Thunderstruck!
No hard feelings, though. All right. No.
All right,
no
so
resentment.
all out on the table. All four people are in on this. Let's see. Who's going to
No,
get
John's shaking his
Oh, is
head.
it all four of
I'm
us?
not.
No, it
I'm
was.
not.
Oh, John's
It
not.
was.
Okay.
It's just the frontliners are rolling
Yep.
off
Yeah.
for it.
All right.
Okay. That's less fun.
All right, let's rock.
All right. 3, 2, 1, roll.
Oh, boy.
How's that? Got it.
Natural 19.
Yeah, natural
Yeah.
7. All right, enjoy your new armor upgrade thing.
I hope that I never go down, but I've already gone down a couple
there.
of times in this campaign.
Look,
Like-
man, you get in the red zone for sure. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I put that on your sheet for you.
All right, thank
if
you,
you
thank
have
you,
your
thank
own
you.
sheet, you can do
Thank
that
you
too.
very
But
much.
Oh, dude.
all right, so that is all there that is to be found on the bodies. Okay.
Okay.
Product placement portion of show complete. There is a door in the back wall of this bridge that leads to what must be a small room based on your explorations thus far that says server room right across the top. All right.
That's where the real boss is.
Yeah.
I promise you. That's where
Yes.
the space lights are.
That's
That's
where
where
the
the
space
space
lights,
lights are, yeah.
The
Oh,
brood
hey.
mother.
Hey, before we
Oh, fuck.
progress. No, I mean, this is quick. Don't be like that.
I'm drinking whiskey, Heath.
So there would have been one more round of my biotic invigoration that would have triggered even if combat ended. So I'll take 5 more stamina, and Sayun, who is currently next to me, would take 2 more stamina.
Oh, two.
Thank you.
Nice, nice.
I mean, sure.
No,
Also,
3.
before we
3.
continue-
It's 3 because it's half my mutation points rounded up
How are
There
you
you
getting
go.
5?
because I'm adding half my mutation points.
Oh, that's
rounded
right.
up.
That's right. Because you get first time heal. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's first time every round.
Right. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So as you step over the fallen corpses of corpses, you can go into said server room.
Let's do
What
that.
about these consoles right here? Is there
I
anything
mean,
to do with these?
We're being led by the hand of God to the
All right.
server room.
Yeah, but I want to check the playlist on that bridge.
Oh, dude.
It's
do
just
that?
I
collective
just wanna see if
soul,
there's any
dude.
data
that's gonna
Collective
happen.
soul and new kids on the
actually-
block.
No, it's actually Dream Theater's entire catalog.
Oh man, I have friends who would be pumped about that. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, man. It's going to take you guys some time to get these computers back online. In fact, it will take 1d4 hours
Whoa.
to do
You
that.
say you guys, and it's absolutely not a group effort.
Well,
Go
we're
on,
here
crack his
as a
fingers.
team. So
Yeah,
2
it's like
hours.
we're there to support you.
So 2 hours to do this. That means that the person's not working on the computer can go ahead and take short rests if they want and spend those resolves. Those are up to you. If you would like to do that.
I want to go whip them lice's ass and get what's in that room if we're taking 2 hours. You know,
You have missed your opportunity to do that.
That's
this is the last
bullshit.
episode.
Those lights
Heath.
aren't gone.
It's far too locked. That's the problem, man.
Yeah.
Gildy
Yeah.
just
You can't
really
get it-
just
you can't
locked
get in
it too
that.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much.
I use Gorilla Tape.
We're foregoing this for you, dear listener.
Okay, listen, guys. You get the computers back on.
Okay.
All right.
No, it doesn't even take a roll. It just takes time. Okay. Once you get it back on, there's a lot that you can learn from these computers. And so I'm going to give you some headings, and you guys can tell me which ones you want to dive into first.
All right.
Okay.
First thing that happens, though, before that, as soon as you get the server computers rebooted, and before any instructions can be entered into the computers, every screen in the room, including in the bridge, displays a set of navigational coordinates that are consistent with the type of coordinates that can be inputted into the signal chaos engine. So these are not typical star chart coordinates. These are, planar universal coordinates. Okay. There is no other information about where these coordinates go, what they are, but they just flash kind of persistently.
It's really odd that would specifically happen, kind of pointing us into a direction. Like, seeing that Gilderon would just think to himself, like, that's pretty odd, and there might be some kind of divine work or
It
divine
could possibly be leading you on the path to adventure.
Yes.
I'm gonna take out my not a cell phone comm unit and like take a quick recording of the flashing just so we never lose the
Smart.
numbers. You know.
Can
Yes.
can I roll like a mysticism to get some insight because I think this has to be Desna that's giving us these coordinates, right?
Right.
But like,
I mean, on a Desna
do the
sleep lab,
characters
yeah.
know that? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, the characters can think that.
I mean,
well, that's
there's-
Well, we have plenty
That's
of reason
why
to
I
do
wanna
so.
roll
there's a
die.
lot of deduction. There's a lot of deduction that would lead to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all of you would probably feel as Dustin said, feel some sort of divine presence here. I mean, you already have sensed Desna's presence a few times, and this looks, these coordinates do not look consistent with the readout of the server display. You know what I mean? Like, it's in a cleaner font. It like takes over the screens, If you would like to roll a mysticism, you can.
I would.
I
Like
mean,
to.
I just
definitely.
Yeah.
15.
24.
Just tell me you rolled a 15, though.
I did.
Okay. Well,
17.
I'm not even going to tell you what I rolled.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so 24 is your best one.
Yeah, Raya, you. I mean, Raya probably the most with that highest roll there with the 24. There's nothing that can directly confirm or deny that this is Desnian. However, given the residual spiritual effects in this place, and that it was you who fixed the computers, you can certainly feel that this could be divine intervention. But with no certainty. But it feels pretty much like it could be.
Yeah. So I guess we're like talking about it. Rai's like, yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it's Desnan.
I mean, I'm looking back at this bridge here, and this is straight from the dream. So, I mean, I'm thinking this has to be. This has got to be Desna.
I am inclined to believe you. However, what could Desna possibly want with us?
Right.
I guess we're going to find out
does
if we
feel-
survive. That is.
It feels odd or random. Like who are we? You know, we're not anyone of any renown in the Pact Worlds or beyond.
The motivations of a goddess are inscrutable. So at least we know where to go next.
Especially.
But
Jasmine.
let's see a few folders on this computer.
All right,
But,
you do. You see a couple folders. You see one folder that has some sort of label on it, but it is corrupted. Okay. Then you see another folder that kind of is like a log. All right. Mm-hmm. And then finally, you see one that is a specific log for this station. So there's like a general, like news log, and then a station log, and then there's a folder that is corrupted.
I say we just hit the general log to see what's going on in the world, or in the.
That's a pretty good place to start. Yes.
We'll go to the general and save some time.
See how far in the future we ended up.
Get out. Just get out now. Get out of here, man.
Okay, so what you find out as you pull this up, that the year that you are in is 522 AG. 200 years in the future.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay.
You find out that the drift crash occurred, when it happened to you, and that it happened simultaneously to the minute when you guys attempted to enter the maelstrom, or when the pirates tried to take your ship into the maelstrom using the chaos sails. This confirms that there is no way that it was your ship or the primordial ship that is responsible for the drift crash. The drift crash happened to you. You did not cause it, and you can be certain of that now.
Oh, thank God.
Some small
you do-
comfort, at least.
Yes. Instead, whatever caused the drift crash, it was never fixed. Once it occurred, the entire galaxy lost access to the drift in that same moment, and drift travel was never regained.
Holy shit.
A few weeks after the drift crash, a wave of four-dimensional energy erupted through the drift, centering from the anomaly beacon, destroying every drift beacon, including the anomaly beacon, in the galaxy, as well as the Starstone.
Holy fuck.
How?
When the Starstone exploded, it destroyed Absalom Station and killed everyone on it.
Oh my god.
The Pact Worlds never recovered from the loss of its cultural heart, and interstellar society never recovered from the loss of safe, fast travel between stars. As a result, a series of wars broke out between factions that still had access to their own versions of interstellar travel, such as the Hell Knights and the Knights of Galarian.
Oh, wow.
These wars killed untold numbers of people, and any survivors went into hiding. Interstellar trade, travel, and communication ended.
So everything's all good, really.
Jesus.
And this is your universe, right?
Yeah.
Like you did go back to your universe, but you're 200 years in the future of your universe.
And did you say when that energy expanded and blew up all the beacons in the Starstone? It happened like a certain amount of time after
Said
the
a
crash.
few weeks after.
Few
right?
A few weeks after the crash.
That's huge, dude. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Thing
I mean,
about this is that it doesn't reveal that this was even on purpose. All it says is that this happened. You know, it doesn't mean that this was orchestrated by some hand. That this is just that's entirely purely could be still accidental, and we don't know. We just know the after effects of what happened.
Yeah.
Look, this doesn't give us much to go on, but it does tell us one thing for sure: that we've got to stop this. Gotta
I agree.
This reality from becoming the prevailing one.
Agreed. I consider that our main objective. This is a world I do not want to remain.
Okay, well, we got to find out how we're going to hop the hell out of here.
Well, there's a couple other folders still to dig into on the server.
Hold your horses, Mama Sue.
Mama said.
So there is the Dream Station log, and then there is the corrupted file.
I'll look at that corrupted file later. Let's just
Yeah, let's
look at the
save
station
the
log.
best for last. Yeah.
All right, pulling it up. Beep bop boop boop beep.
Okay, the Dream Station. So before the drift crash, Desna's church maintained dream stations like this one, safe way stations for travelers to rest and resupply. Without the drift, interstellar travel became all but impossible. However, existing stations continued to operate as havens for interplanetary travels using conventional thrusters. Visitors came less frequently, first months apart, then years. Eventually, the Dream Station's custodians died, and the stations all went dark. In 378 AG, roughly 50 years after the drift crash, the glitch gremlins showed up on this station. And they spent years terrorizing the station's custodians before ultimately trying to activate the drift engine that's on the station. When they did that, because of the failure of the drift, the engine folded on itself and released a wave of repressed four-dimensional energy absorbed during the destruction of the drift beacons. This disaster killed the station's crew and raised them as undead. The gremlins spent the time since terrorizing the zombies, though over the centuries, they became despondent and bored.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up, bro.
That is fucked up.
Well,
Fucked up, bro.
I want to go
What
back
do
and
you
kill
even
those
say to
gremlins
this,
now.
man? It's just like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, like I feel like we need that's a vengeance pact against the gremlins. Now that we know what they
yeah.
did.
See,
We owe these
I
decimals.
won't-
told you
it
we
won't
should have
fix
killed
anything.
the gremlins.
It won't.
It'll just make us feel better. You know? But we've got some new magical coordinates
Yeah.
that we can take back to our ship is kind of the big thing, right?
Yeah, we just can't fast travel there.
Well, you can.
Well, we
because
can
it's a
punch. Yeah,
signal
we can
chaos.
punch them into
It's-
the drive.
Right. The signal chaos engine is not a drift engine. It's a straight up chaos engine.
That's right, yeah.
All right. That leaves one folder remaining.
Corrupted file.
Yes.
See if I can recover some of this data.
What can you see with your hacker man eyes?
So you don't actually have
It's on a
to
Nintendo glove.
you don't actually have to roll a check on this. Again, you just have to take some time. And so what you do is as you're examining the corrupted files, you do find that there is some hidden data nested inside them. So after spending about 10 minutes converting the files to like notepad format, right? So you can just read what's in there. But you can open them. And what you find in each one of these files, they all contain the same hidden image. A massive, cuboid structure with hatches and engravings across each of its sides. The cube's surfaces shift and change as it rotates, as though it were an extra-dimensional structure. Ooh. The station's computer do not recognize these hidden images or anything that's in them, and all metadata and automated descriptions of the recovered images erroneously describe each image as a blank file. Roll mysticism check again.
Everybody or
Whoever wants to.
Yeah. Just take a look at this. This
Yeah,
is very interesting.
Go Garbage.
Look at this mystic symbol.
Garbage. 12.
10. Still.
16.
Okay.
Gilderon got a 20.
All right, Gilderon, your connection with Desna, this was implanted by Desna, these images. You know that for a fact. And as such, you can kind of relate this file structure to the similar thing of the coordinates. So you know now for a fact that the coordinates and whatever this image of this giant, massive, shifting cube structure is were both sent to the station by Desna. About that time, you get a call on your comms. And it's Walter. And Walter says, guys, I hate to interrupt whatever it is that you're doing there, but there is a ship that is fast approaching us, and it is massive. You best get back to our ship as soon as possible. This thing is bearing down us with the speed of 1,000 gazelles, plus 5 million space whales.
All right.
Jesus.
That
really
sounds
doing
extremely fast.
the
I
most to
understand.
avoid using the metric system, but all right. All right.
Anything
Well,
I
look,
could do to avoid that, yes.
But what is
Well,
it in Corgis by Hamburgers Squared? I'm curious. That's the only way I understand.
how many football fields is it? You know. All right. Well, we've got some coordinates that we can use for the drive to at least take us somewhere else. So we're on the way.
All right, so you guys hustle your way.
Yeah, we hustling.
back.
We have to. We got to get in the ship.
Yeah, get in the ship. You're back in the ship, okay? Put you guys kind of where you would load in. All right. So yeah, you make your way onto the ship. I'm sure you kind of move your way to the bridge, right?
Yes, sir.
To check out
sir.
what's going on with Walter. Walter pulls, I was going to say he pulls it up, but if you remember, the whole front of the ship is transparent.
Right.
And you see this giant ship that you recognize.
Is it a cube?
Oh, really?
It's not a cube.
Okay.
It is
It's
red
a
and black.
It's a Hell
You
Knight
recog-
ship.
No,
No.
you recognize this as the Infernal Directive, the ship in hell that you escaped from. At this point, once you realize that, the Aranese Malacanta appears on the view screen. She stands on the bridge of her ship. Her eyes burning with hate in her stony face. Behind her, a crew of devils in Embry stand ready at battle stations. She says, "For 2 centuries, I awaited your return." Malacanta sneers. "I had reason enough to hate you after the death of my sister. But then, you added genocide and interstellar destruction to your list of crimes. After what you did at the Tesseract, you would have been wise to remain in whatever hole you found to hide in, never to be seen again. For the centuries have only made me stronger. But here you are," she says, spreading her hands and smiling in grim satisfaction, "as though yearning to be found. Perhaps you've grown tired of running. Perhaps you want to be punished for those you've killed. Be comforted then, for today is that day. Judgment is upon you. Today I reap vengeance, not only for my beautiful sister, Cinzaria, but for the unbridled destruction you wreaked across the galaxy. Gunnery officer, fire at will." The connection ends, and a collection of torpedoes launches from the ship, hitting the Dream Station, annihilating it in a single shot. Gone. You are outmatched by this ship. It is time to get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
And we
Right,
are
right.
going into a starship chase sequence.
Nice.
Go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Gil, go and put the code for the drive. We gotta go.
While she was talking, I was doing just
okay.
that.
Yeah, there's a lot that's going to happen here. All right. We're going to go into a chase. You do have one additional action that you can do during the chase. Which is program the signal chaos engine. All right. This would be something that either the engineer, magic officer, or science officer does. Okay. I am going to pull up the chase mechanics and
Okay, I was
send them
about
to
to
you.
say, you said there's one extra thing. I was like, what's the basic things we can do?
Quick brief on Starship chases. Okay, so each obstacle, there will be a particular skill check or roll that needs to be overcome. In addition, the other people who are not making that roll can, as a group, choose one chase action to take in the same round. So there's an obstacle check and a chase action. If you scroll down on the link that I gave you, it will give you all the optional chase actions that you can do. You following so far? Everybody with me?
I think
Trying to
so.
find that damn
in
link.
a
Where's
general
the link?
sense, yep.
The link is in
Foundry.
Foundry, yes.
Okay, there we go. I was
Yeah, like-
looking at Discord.
Yeah, you should probably check both before asking for it. Just future
Okay, all right.
reference.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I
Cool.
love you, John.
Yeah,
no problem.
Okay.
Y'all be sweet.
I'm just playing
He be
around
sweet.
here. Yeah, I'm just playing around. All right. I have put up a scene picture of what this looks like. My players, my cast, my friends, will you please tell our listeners how fucked you actually are based on this image?
Totally.
There's a big explosion emanating from a small, tiny ship that's adjacent to this
Okay.
giant biomechanical monstrosity.
Okay. That small ship is your ship, just to be clear.
Yeah, the perspective there was tough to decipher. Yeah, this is a picture of a ship so large that only maybe an eighth or a tenth of it fits in the parameters of the picture, and it's sending out no less than 7 or 8 jets of fire somehow and exploding our ship that is obviously fleeing from the explosion.
Yes. Yeah, it's a tough situation. So we are in escape mode. We're going into Starship Chase. This is a 6-round thing. I would love for you guys to describe your actions as cinematic as possible. Let's go out with a bang on the first book here.
Really channel your inner Mark Wahlberg for this.
Yes. Let's get that Mark Wahlberg and that Gwen Stefani energy up in this motherfucker. Let your light shine out. Let's do this.
Absolutely.
One thing that you will absolutely need to do is program the signal chaos engine at some point in these rounds. The way that Starship chases work is that I will present an obstacle each round, and somebody will have to tackle that obstacle. That is based on Starship rolls. The other people who are not tackling said obstacle can decide from a list of Starship chase actions that the rest of the crew can take to try to gain successes in this chase. Does everybody understand?
Gotcha.
All
so
right.
one person has to do the obstacle. The other
One person has to do the obstacle.
Yeah.
Or take the automatic failure condition if you don't, All right. So, we start with round 1. The first thing that happens is, of course, hostile fire.
Okay.
The Primarana comes under intense fire from the Hell ship. And what this will require for somebody to deal with is either engineer, gunner, pilot, or science officer to roll against the DC to try to evade fire or shoot the missiles out of the air, depending on which one you go. So who wants to take the obstacle roll?
What's the roll on it?
You would roll a gunner check, engineer check, a pilot check, or a science check, computer's check.
Okay, I got you. Who's
I
got
want us to shoot that
more
shit
than
out of the
5
sky.
points?
Son of a bitch. Would it be beneficial for us to like kind of let the listener know just in general what role our characters inhabit mostly?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Dustin, what roles are you capable of holding down?
I can hold down the engineer and the science officer positions.
And the magic officer. All
Yes.
of you can
Right.
Yes.
handle
Right.
the magic because all of you are pretty skilled in mysticism.
Right.
Okay, Heath, what about you?
Chief mate, which is what we've kind of defaulted to with Raya in the past. I could do gunner or I could do magic officer.
Okay.
The
John,
chief mate's like the main one.
sure.
Yeah.
John Subana.
Yeah, so Subana can do magic officer, science officer, and
Captain,
you need
too?
Yeah, yes, as I was about to say.
Sorry, I didn't
also
mean to cut you off
captain. Yeah, because I have charisma.
Well, and you also have that bonus D6 to those rolls, so that could be
Just-
super
yeah.
helpful. And then, Zach, what about saying?
Same as Raya, chief mate, gunner, and then magic officer.
All right, great. Okay, so as you like put the ship in gear, you put the Primarana in gear, you're basically trying to evade fire here from the ship. Okay? So who's going to take that obstacle roll?
So if we're trying to evade the
You can either evade or shoot the weapons out, right? So engineer, gunner, pilot, or science officer.
I've got a +5 to gunnery.
Right.
So, like,
Okay.
I mean, ultimately,
Yeah, who's got the
anybody's
best
right,
best modifier, I guess.
Okay, so
Okay. So
you then, Zach, will start this obstacle by trying to shoot the torpedoes and the fighters out of the air that are so like smaller fighters have detached from this larger ship, the Infernal Directive, and are trying to harry the back of your ship. And Sayun slides into the gunner position and starts trying to take these out. Go ahead and roll me a gunner check, which is basically going to be
An attack roll,
ranged,
right?
yeah, an ranged attack roll.
Okay, that is a 16 total.
Meets beats.
Nice.
Jeez.
All right.
Okay,
So you do
yeah.
not
So, I
take
mean,
tell me about it.
describing sitting in a chair and firing a
Maybe
gun.
not that, but like what it looks like from an outside perspective. If we got the camera kind of out looking at the ship as it's running away, what do we see?
It looks like little beams from the gunnery going pew pew, and then the ship's blowing up, man. I mean, that's
Thanks, Zach. I appreciate you digging into the cinematic nature of this finale. All right,
yeah.
well, have you guys decided what starship action the rest of you will take to try to gain a success point here?
Yeah. Well, can I go first?
Well, yeah, you can only do one, but yeah.
Oh,
you can-
okay. We could. Okay, I didn't know. We
But yeah,
hadn't
if you
come
got
to a
it-
consensus.
Listen, you've got the choice. So, like, I'm going to
Well,
give the floor to you. You know.
I wanted to present one first, if nothing else. Outspeed. And so, I mean, outspeed is a motivated crew can give the engines all they've got, either by pouring in extra fuel or magically boosting them, and gain just enough distance to outpace or close in on their opponent. So, a success would be getting one success point, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's just trying to get us out of there quicker.
Is everybody amenable to that choice?
Yes, I mean, that's... If I was in this situation, I would want to go fast first.
yes, absolutely.
All right, makes sense. This will be at the the average DC for this level. I won't tell you what that is now, but let us go ahead and get that.
So that'll
For
be
Chief Mate, you can roll
Athletics.
an engine. Athletics, you're correct. Yes.
yeah. That's
As like
why
you
I
like,
can do it.
Yeah, you like get in the guts of the ship and try to like just kick more power into this thing.
Right.
Kick the engine into overdrive.
I just have had a cinematic vision of like I think the chief mate thing is always funny to me because it's somebody that has a basic knowledge of starship operations and what brute force changes can they make to boost or damper something, right?
Yes.
And so I love the idea, Raya's whole thing is this frost dragon aspect. So I think like I like the idea of her like cooling down some of the pipes somehow, that like that cools off the gunnery or whatever, but it makes the whole ship like run smoother and get a little bit smoother acceleration. But it's somehow she's like cooling down or frosting some of the machinery in the walls,
Yeah, so like you're trying to put it in overdrive, but keeping it from overheating. I love that.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. Okay, well, let's roll that check, please.
So I want to use an inspiration because I'm very scared to embarrass myself and fail this.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's a +2.
Yeah.
All right, my athletics is +6, just so you guys all know. But I rolled an 18 on the die, so 18, 24, 26 total.
Okay. That is a success. So you've earned yourself one success and put a little bit of distance between you and the smaller fighters that are harrying the back of your ship.
Yeah,
so
burn the engines down. I've got the cooling going on.
Yes.
I don't know. She doesn't know ship jargon. Sorry.
That's great. So that can't be done again until
Next
another
time.
action has been done, right?
Yep.
And I must remind you how important it is to plug in the coordinates in the Signal Chaos engine. All right, so that is pretty important.
Is that another action, or do we have to use that for the chase actions?
That's what.
Yeah, it's not an obstacle. It is another chase action. Yes.
It's what we should have done that instead of what I did.
It's all right. No, like I like that you put a little bit of distance in front of you first to give you guys some space.
Okay,
to do
but then we'll save
jump.
the next one for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Right.
However, these Hellfighters, we're at round 2 here, and these Hellfighters put on a little extra juice. It's as if Hellfire itself is propelling these little fighters, and it matches the speed and tries to smash into the side of your ship. Again, this is an engineer, gunner, pilot, or science officer check. Sayun, I like you being the one that's fighting off this initial attack. I'm going to suggest that you maintain your role as overcoming the obstacle.
Okay.
But anybody who wants to say, no, I want to do that, can say that.
All right,
I might at a later round.
Okay.
So they're trying to smash into the ship?
Yes. And so you have the goal here of shooting them before they are able to do that.
Okay. All right. So it's another piloting. It's another
Or another gunner check, yes.
gunner check. Okay. I was trying to figure out what is my reaction. Okay. Yeah. So Sayun's just gonna try to take fire again and just keep hammering them down.
Let's go.
Oh, that's good. That's natural 17 plus 5.
Yeah, very
22.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of the Hellfighters try to smash into the side of your ship, and Sayun narrows his scope right on them, and they both explode just before they can cause any damage to your ship. Now we are in the chase action step here, and if I understand, you are going to try to program the Signal Chaos engine during this round. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I imagine that I will be doing that.
All right.
Which means that Raya or Subana have to roll the chase action. Right?
No, this is a chase action.
This is the chase action.
This is an
Right,
added
okay.
chase action option.
Okay. I got you.
Right. Yep. So whoever has the highest mysticism, probably, or if you're going to go science officer, you can use computers here.
Go mysticism.
Gonna be
Whatever
Gobi.
the highest is
Go
between
Raya.
all of them, whichever has the highest number. I have a +9 to mysticism.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah,
probably
I
the
got
highest
+5.
modifier we have.
Yeah, I got a
All right. Well,
+5.
Raya, who is typically not much for starship combat, is showing her worth here
Yeah.
in a heat of chase. Let's see if you.
I'm sorry, I love that. Like, she goes and, like, vents cool down on the pipes or whatever, then runs out of the wall of the ship, runs over, pushes Gil out of the way. Let me type on that computer,
Well, so you're right on. So the engine, if you remember, the power core engine room and signal chaos engine are all in the same room on the ship. And so, yeah, you come out of the walls of that room, where you were like keeping things from overheating, and you run up to the signal chaos engine, and you're going to try to plug in the coordinates that were given to you. All right.
Okay.
Let's roll that check.
Mysticism. Okay. I get 12 on the die, plus 9, 21.
Nice.
That is success. And in fact,
Oh, nice.
because of this, you gain 2 successes on this round.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as you do this, the Primorana, the space in front of you rips, and you find yourself hurtling through space and time, careening through the universe, elemental planes, outer planes, and any other worldly environments you can imagine. However, when you do this, it starts to leave the infernal directive behind, but you leave a wake in your path as you travel the multiverse. So Hellfighters continue to follow you as we go. So there, you leave the main ship kind of in the dust, but you pull a few of these Hellfighters behind you as you catapult into the chaos of the signal jump, right? Very good, though. You're at 3 successes on round 2. We're at round 3. The obstacle here is chaotic environment. This is going to be a captain or chief mate option here. And what happens is that as you're going through all these different planes, you find yourself submerged in the elemental plane of water. And the pressure, the pressure starts creaking on the hull of your ship. You see cracks form in the front of your ship where you have this big transparent plating, and they start splintering. What do you do? This is captain or chief mate. The captain can either stir everyone into courage, or the chief mate can try to hold the ship together.
So does captain roll, is that diplomacy?
It is diplomacy, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
diplomacy
weigh
or intimidate.
Let's weigh the diplomacy versus the mysticism. Or no, wait, no, it's versus athletics.
Yeah. So my diplomacy is +5, and your
plus a
athletics-
D6.
Athletic.
Yeah.
plus a D6.
Yeah, you've got that D6 that I don't have.
Right. Potential,
And you can-
potential, but yours is like straight up.
But I'm +6. I'm only 1 point better.
Then yeah.
Because I'm athletics.
What I like about this is that because Raya's in the engine room and the cracks are appearing in the front, that Subana is the one that's going to take charge here as your crew starts to panic seeing the cracks. But you know that this ship can handle it, that the cracks are superficial, but the rest of the crew is starting to freak out. Walter, who is your pilot, is like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Oh my God, we're going to explode. So I need Subana to not only roll a diplomacy check, but also tell me what you're going to say to the crew to give them courage as you continue your fleeing from the infernal directive.
All right, so I'm going to just start off with the I guess the speech then. So she's going to take a look directly and look into Walter's big more eyes and say, "You got this. You've been behind this wheel ever since we started this whole mess. Now we have been through hell and back, literally, and it is time for you to show your worth. And right now, we need to run like a scalded squawks."
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
All right, let's get the roll, dude. Let's get the roll.
Let's see here. Didn't include the 1D. Oh, did it? 1D6?
No, you have to roll it. Oh, it did?
No, it did. It did from Expedition Leader. Yeah, it did. So that is a total of 22 on the diplomacy check.
Hell yeah.
That is a success. And Walter wipes the sweat off his tusk.
Release the beast.
And he just guns it.
I love that.
He guns it. So that is another success. We are at 4 successes at the end of round 3. No hits on the ship, no fails. We're doing great. We are now on round 4.
Got to release the beast. Come on.
All right. For this obstacle, you guys sense that devils are attempting to teleport onto your ship to attack you from the inside. There's only one thing that you can do. The magic officer must counter this teleportation spell to strand the devils in the vacuum of space. What do you do?
I mean,
Gil comes
Let's
in.
let's give
let's
Gil
get
a
it.
shot
Let's
here.
get it.
Yeah. So okay. They're attempting to teleport in. Let's see. I'm gonna roll first.
Smart.
It's mysticism, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's a 17.
Can you
Okay.
can you put an inspo on it?
Well, it's too late now. But you do barely eke out a success there and put some coordinates or put some programming into your ship that like has it because you're in this kind of chaos of traveling through planes. You're able to juke the ship just a little bit so when they try to teleport, they teleport right outside your window and you see them splat on the front of your windshield, just these devils just and they slide down like bugs, just leaving a streak of red blood.
I was thinking
down
like
the front of
the
your ship.
effect could be the same. They can't get in, but like instead of like doing anything like mechanical, like moving the ship, I kind of like change like the electromagnetic like
Field.
field, you know, within the ship, just like modulate it just a little bit, so it interrupts the teleport and they can't get through the hull.
It's amazing. It's amazing is what it is.
All right, get fucked.
What is the chase action we are going to do for round 4?
Okay.
Wait, are we good? Are we good on the coordinates?
Yeah, coordinates are good. You're
Okay, they're
hurdling
done.
through.
I didn't-
Yeah, you're hurdling through time and space to
I
get
didn't know
to
if
where.
that was going to take another check. You know.
Nope, it's good.
Okay.
So,
create
but
an
you just
obstacle?
That sounds great. You got
Yes.
these hellfighters on your back. You create an obstacle here. You can jettison some of your shit, or you can ignite a pocket of volatile gas, or you can summon
we
a
throw
cloud of.
Walter.
You will not. You will not.
Hell no. Absolutely not.
What? How about this? Okay, you guys. I went back and listened to the first episode this week of this show, and I want to remind you that you have a whole colony of rift remoras on your ship.
I have forgotten about
shit.
that so many times where I've like planned on, well, if nobody's going to take up making pets out of these weird rock worms, I'm going to do it. And then we never get a chance and I forget
so
every
I
time.
would suggest if you want to create an obstacle, you could space these rift remoras into the path of the hellfighters.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Throw our
dope.
Pokemon at them, you know? Into the vacuum of space.
Okay, I don't hate it. Let's give it a shot here. This is
What do you
going
mean you
to-
don't hate it? You suggested it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't hate it.
So we're going to throw these rock worms at the enemy. Just everybody. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Sure.
Unless we have something else we can jettison.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I mean,
But
we
it's
could
fun.
summon
I
a
just
cloud
wanted to
of
check in with the
magical
party
nanites.
on how they
mean-
feel about this, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
think
fine
like
with
it said
I
like
don't care anything about this little.
Yeah.
igniting igniting a pocket of volatile gas. Like we can like jettison a small bit of whatever, some flammable substance, and then like ignite it on our tail.
Yeah, some like plasma gas or whatnot and ignite it.
Yeah, we have some kind of like exhaust vent to exhaust like
vent the plasma, explode.
Yeah.
Walter,
Yo,
drop
Ro-
the plasma canisters that we definitely prepared beforehand.
Oh, I'm so glad that I took the time to prepare those plasma canisters. I have a button queued right for this very thing.
Well, thank goodness, because otherwise we were going to have to throw our Pokemon at it. That would feel less good.
Yes, I don't want you to do that. I was thinking about taking one of those as a pet, actually. If none of you were going to claim them.
Yeah, we should all claim, as many as there are, people should claim them, and then we'll start racing and fighting them, ring that we can gamble on.
Yes, Lenny has created some sort of control, some sort of a harnessing canister for these things. It's in the shape of a sphere. What colors do you think it should be?
This is not the time.
Probably red and white.
Raya would
Probably
never.
red and white, right?
I love the Pokemon in jokes, but Raya would absolutely not fight and race these things.
So we're gonna invent plasma. Okay, that's great.
Yes.
This is gonna be a hard check. Okay, and this will be a chief mate, engineer, magic officer, or science officer check.
I mean, magic officer with I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but I mean, having the +9 on mysticism.
Yeah, it's clutch.
For something he told us is a hard check.
I mean, this is the chance for Raya to show her worth as a Starship crew. You know what I mean? Because during Starship combat, what are you gonna do?
Well, and the chief mate thing is always so strength to me,
Right.
I think it's literally just we're on such crunch time that it's every one of these actions is taking every millisecond matters. And I think it's that Raya literally, there's a jam in the little delivery system or whatever, and she has to pick up every one of these fucking canisters and go put it in the launch bay to launch them all at once. She just has to dragging up, and scales pop up, and she's misting, and she's just slinging these canisters.
See, that's way more interesting to describe than sitting in this gunnery chair. And
No,
the last 15 minutes wondering how you're going to justify your lack of cinematic engagement. It's okay, Zach. It's okay.
She gets pumped full of so much adrenaline, she goes and picks up Sayun, gets him halfway to the door, and is like, oh, I'm sorry.
Surprisingly strong for a woman.
That's our bread and butter. Don't you turn it.
All right, let's get that athletics check there.
Okay. I had 2 inspos, and I'm going to go ahead and use my last inspo on this.
Let's get it.
Because +6 doesn't make me feel great. So effectively a +8.
All right.
Okay. That is an 11. So +8's 19.
Is that
Wait,
with
no. God, my brain is so dumb. 19. Okay.
19,
I
yeah.
second guessed myself.
That is a fail.
19 is a fail? Okay. That makes sense for a hard
one.
check.
Yeah. So there are no consequences, but you just do not get a success here. All right.
She just didn't quite get them all there in time, and we launch a volley or whatever, and some gas blows up, but it doesn't slow them down at all.
Yeah, maybe one of the 4 ships that are chasing you does explode, but you still have 3 ships chasing you.
I'll take that. That feels way better.
Okay.
I did blow
Even
up a
there's
ship.
no mechanical difference. Just
Look,
know we got
if
something
I'm
with
not
it.
Just
aware
sounds
that there's a
cooler,
meta to this game, I blew up a ship, which is pretty huge.
Okay. We are in the final round here.
Oh, wait.
What?
Was I doing athletics or mysticism?
You're supposed to do mysticism, but it kind of
no, it was athletics.
No, because it's chief mate. That's why I kept insisting it was athletics. Okay, but I don't know. I got to get my head together. I keep second guessing myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you started with mysticism, but then you said you're going to go chief mate. It's done now. It's fine. You guys are doing great. I love the action here. We're on the last round. You got these 3 fighters tailing you, and you find yourself as you're going through space and time, you're in the drift, the chaos of the drift. You're seeing all these pieces from the outer planes, colossal space traveling creatures, or the wreckage of ships, or whole fortresses split in half, just floating through space, and you've got to navigate your way through here or shoot your way through here. This is going to require a gunner or pilot check to overcome this obstacle. So that's going to be you, Sayun.
Yep, Sayun.
Walter
Bears down, white knuckled, gripping
Now
the
we're talking.
sticks.
Yeah, now we're talking. Let's go.
And grits his teeth, although you can't even see it underneath his mask. You don't even know what kind of teeth he's got.
I can feel it.
You
I
just
can feel
you
it.
just
But
feel
it's
it.
the
You just
energy.
feel it in the
He's-
furrowed brow on Sayun's
You can
big
hear
bald
his teeth
head.
grinding. Yeah, you can hear his teeth grinding.
All 4 arms
And he
just
takes
doing
aim
shit.
at the obstacle.
All right, let's go.
Natural 20 on that
Oh,
DT does.
Dude. See, that's what
Let's go.
happens, man. Hell yeah,
All
that's
right,
how it goes.
With that natural 20, I'm going to give a bonus +1 circumstance bonus to the chase action that you guys choose here for this final round. All you have to do is lose these ships. Sayun has cleared a path for you. What do we do in this final round as you try to escape the Infernal Directive's forces?
Outspeed.
Outspeed.
That's what's
Outspeed,
up.
yes.
All day,
yeah.
every
Yes.
day. Yes.
Let's go. So that's engineer, magic officer, or chief mate.
Or chief mate. Does somebody have better than a +6? Engineer,
I would
do you
say-
have better than that?
And
I mean,
that
it's
might be
magic
the case.
officer too, right? And
Yes.
you haven't
But
done
magic
anything,
officer,
right?
yeah. Okay.
So you're still in like the engine room
Yeah,
or like the
yeah.
cargo bay or whatever, and yeah, I'm just gonna get on the comms and be like,
Boost the signal engine.
yeah,
All right, I forgot to use mysticism last time. I'll make up for it this time. I just got really amped, like I drank a Bang energy drink. So let me zen. She focuses back on this is a mental problem as much as a physical problem, though she's had to kind of slug some stuff around to get things going. So she refocuses, figures it out. I rolled a 19 on the die. That's a +9. So 27.
Beautiful. You have scored your sixth success action in the 6th round, which is what you need to put these hellfighters in the dust, in your rearview mirror, and they just get lost in the wake of time and space. They are forever trapped, catapulting through everything and everywhere all at once. Yes, I name dropped that movie, and I don't care.
So good.
But you guys emerge out. And where you emerge out, well, we'll have to find out in book 2. Because we'll see. Before we go, wait. Before we go, you guys level up.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm waiting for
Yes.
3. I'm waiting for 3.
You're out of the suck now, guys. Congratulations, you've completed book 1, and we'll see you in book 2. Thank you, everybody,
right.
for listening. Thank you,
Yeah.
Zach, for being the
Raise
most cinematic
hell.
when it mattered.
I
appreciate-
really put in all the effort I could.
Shut up,
that
that
big old
mattered, which is the
Yeah.
important thing,
All right. Well, let's see where these scientists go next time on Drift Delvers, and we'll see you.
we'll see.
We'll
ya.
see ya.
Level number 3, raise hell, praise Dale.
Thanks for listening to the STF Network. If you want to hear more from us, check out our other Starfinder and Pathfinder shows at the STFnetwork.com. That's the STFnetwork.com. And support us on Patreon to listen to our bonus podcast, including our homebrew adventures and Tom Talks, our behind-the-scenes show. Stay groovy, possums.